Now we're heading into more familiar territory. Legacy Evolution Shrapnel today on Guerrilla Reviews. Indeed, it looks like Hasbro is continuing its promise to release the team as a cohesive unit here with Shrapnel, because he's definitely looking a lot more like Kickback than doing kind of its own thing, because instead of going through several different lines, they're going through a trilogy of the same line, so that's always helpful. Anyway, here is Kickback for a size comparison. Yes, there is the Evo Fusion weapon gimmick instead of this whole Energon weapon gimmick. We'll get to that in a bit. But the interesting thing, and the part I should give an important warning about, is that these parts right here, you really got to be paying attention, because these will be in the accessory bag. Not only will you be out part of the insect mode itself, you'll also be out an accessory if you're not paying attention. So yes, you're looking for 1, 2, 3 guns, not 2. It was not fun looking through the garbage once I realized that. Anyway, here we have the previous incarnation of Shrapnel with Reflector. Remember when he was, this is the best we were going to do for a Reflector for a while? And look away, those of you with sensitive constitutions, my original G1 Shrapnel. Yeah, it has been played with. Now, as is the case with the original toy, there's not much in the way of articulation going on. The pincers do move, and they don't ruin the illusion of this part being just a bug head. Well, aside from the fact that it's metallic and shiny, but that's about it. Otherwise, you can just kind of take the gun off to make it look somewhat more like an insect. But let's be honest, if they were able to get Barrage out of Kickback, there's a fair chance we're getting Chop Chop out of Shrapnel here. It's just the logical conclusion, provided that they actually follow the logic. Getting on the transformation itself, we'll pull out this gun, pull out this, and this, fold in these legs, untab the arms. One of them is pretty easy because they don't want to stay tabbed in anyway, but that's another matter entirely. Okay, anyway, fold out the hands. Perhaps I shouldn't have clipped my fingernails for this. Oh well. There we go with that. Fold down. And there, on this articulation here, the legs are armature, I should say, which will naturally split apart. And anyway, fold in the fronts of the legs, fold forward the feet, twist around, fold down this, fold up these bits right here. Do they go up further? Yes, okay. And there we go. And here we have Kickback and Shrapnel in robot mode together. And as you can see, it's fairly similar. Our Shrapnel here is a fair bit shinier than Kickback, but then again, it kind of does fit because of the die-cast in the G1 Shrapnel itself. Now, I do know that there are sets for toy hacks for both of these. I'm gonna wait until we get a Bombshell and look at all three of them together, see if it is an improvement, because I'm fine with things as they are. Because they did include this part for the chest. They didn't do these, but that probably wasn't in the paint budget. And they do have chrome stickers for the pincers there, as well as giving him silver shades instead of red ones. But actually, that kind of picks out the face a little bit more. It is kind of familiar as this face is. It is a little odd to see silver glasses on a silver face. So here's comparisons. Here we have the the Generations Shrapnel, and again here we have the sorry state of my G1 figure. What's interesting is that the pincers are effectively the same size, despite the figure being a fair bit larger. Funny, but interesting, if that excites you. Moving on to articulation, the head does rotate. It can be a little difficult to get into because of this part right here. Arm is on a universal hinge. So bicep swivel, 45 elbow bend, waist swivel. Always nice to have that, even though it is kind of part of the transformation. Universal joint for the hips, mushroom pig for thigh swivel, decent knee bend, and a little bit of foot tilt. So there is plenty of articulation to be had, provided you're not swishing it around in insect mode. Like I said, I am very impressed with what I have so far. The real kicker is going to be what they do with Bombshell. If they get it right, and well, if they get it distributed properly, or out at all, I'm sure this is going to be in a fantastic trio to update the long vaunted Insecticons. I am going to be cautiously optimistic about Bombshell in the future, but for this review, I would definitely say if you like the Insecticons, you definitely want a Shrapnel. In addition to being a perfect companion piece for Kickback, it's just a neat little figure. How many stag beetles toys do you know outside of the US that you get to play with? Anyway, I am the Deceptiwolf. This has been Legacy Evolution Shrapnel. Again, I remind you all, free your mind, free your toys.